Welcome to the Just Music Podcast. I'm your host, Jalen.
And I'm your other host, Marco.
And wow, it's been a little minute since we did another
I know, I
did an
don't really
episode.
remember the last. Actually, the big
So
last episode I remember was with the DJ's podcast when they were asking me about who I was having intercourse with.
yeah, that was really cool to do. Shout out to the DJ's podcast, that collaboration that we had. Y'all should definitely go check out their podcast and hear them interview us. Um, in the last episode, like the very most recent episode we did was with Nelson Gibson Jr. You weren't here for that one. It was just me. But
Yeah.
on this episode, it's Marco and I on this one, and we're actually like in person, sitting down together, which we
We're all
haven't done.
snuggling on this couch and everything. It's so
We
cute.
actually haven't done this in a while, and we have a really, really, really cool guest for y'all. This guy had the pleasure of meeting at a Hidden Spaces creative networking event hosted by the Young Flylord Studio here in Charleston. Very talented rapper, also a very talented producer. Really cool guy. Heartbreak Hutch. How's it going, man?
It's good, man. I'm doing good. How y'all boys doing, man?
Doing good,
I
man.
have a question. Is your first name Heartbreak? Like on your
Nah,
birth
nah.
certificate, does it just say like Heartbreak Hutch? Because if so, that's like badass. I'm not gonna lie. Like a baby named Heartbreak. Yeah, this is Heartbreak. Little Tyler over there. Sorry, go on.
Nah, you good, man. But yeah. Glad to be here, man. Glad y'all boys, you know what I'm saying, wanted to sit down with me, man. It's been a little minute, but yeah, I'm ready to get into it.
Yeah, man. So, um, on that note, with your stage name, man, how did Heartbreak Hutch come about? So, like,
Yeah,
tell the listeners who you are, where you're
right.
from, and just dive in. Your music
Yeah.
career. What got you to this point? What's the story behind your name?
Yeah. So for a lot of people who probably know me like for like a long time, they know I'm originally from Georgia. I was born in Decatur, DeKalb Medical, you know what I'm saying? I lived there probably up until I was maybe like 16, 17. So I've been in Georgia for like a long time. And then I moved here to South Carolina. Um, yeah, 17 years old. But I had the name since I was in Georgia. So it all started because I originally was just doing clothes. I wasn't even doing like taking music like seriously at all. I was in band and stuff like that. But it wasn't like, I would freestyle with my friends and all that, but it wasn't nothing that I was like, I want to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I always was like into like making clothes and like doing design. So it's always been a clothing line, probably up until I got to like college, bro. That was like 2018. So that's where like the heartbreak came from. So like the logo, I still got like the first logo I ever did was like on a you ever had like a binder for so long that like it starts opening and it's like that little piece of cardboard that sits in there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can see it. I took that out and I like made turned that into a stencil that I would like use to like spray paint on when I was spray painting on my shirts. So like
Wow.
I still got that to this day. Like all the pieces done fell out in it. So it's just like a full heart now, which is kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, it was a broken heart. You know what I'm saying? But that's like where that came from, like that Heartbreak Hutch thing. I just put my last name on there,
Wow.
and, which is Hutchison. That's my last name. And yeah, I was doing that all throughout high school. Brought it with me to when I went to college up in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And that's like when I really was like, okay, I really want to like dive into like making music, things like that. When you just figuring yourself out in school, man, you just like trying to see like what really works, And I like I said, I always been a freestyler. Like I would rap with my friends and stuff like that. It was like, man, you need to rap, man. So after I was like, yeah, I didn't really have like everything right then and there. So I would like go to the studio, Speak Life Studio, from time to time, and you know what I'm saying, I might hop on a little track here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, um, it's been a ride.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's really cool to hear your story, and
yeah,
especially how, like, you actually started with fashion first.
hmm yep,
Um,
It's Virgil Abloh.
right,
like, and it's also like really cool because you went from fashion, or you actually did band. What instrument did you play on band?
I play trombone.
Wow, I play that instrument.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Word, that's
Yeah.
what's up, man.
Oh shit.
Word. We wow. The respect was already there, but it's on a
Yeah,
new
man. Trombone, man. I was in the marching band, jazz band. I did all that.
word,
Yeah.
man. Wow. You still play, like you still got it, or
Yeah, yeah. If you throw me a trombone, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's
word.
just I still probably still got my mouthpiece around here somewhere.
We'll talk, man. We'll talk, man. But no, that's really cool, man, that
Yeah.
you did band and then you have this love for fashion, which you can see, after meeting you like in person a couple times now, I could
Yeah.
tell you have an appreciation and a love for fashion. On top of
Right.
your partner, shout out to I'm the name of her brand is escaping me at this moment.
PSD, the
PSD
label.
PSD the
She's in the
label.
back, you know what I'm saying, in the building.
Hey, shout out to PSD the label. I love that whole fashion line that your girl
Yeah.
has going on. It's very, very cool. I love the hats too, and that's
Yeah.
um so that's really cool that the love and appreciation for fashion that you have,
Yeah.
along with how it ties into your music, how the logo that you had with your fashion,
Right.
it very much transferred over into your music because you have the stage name, and on top of that, you're an artist. So like when you
Right.
do shows, or have you ever done like merch for any shows that you've done, or merch for any song
Yeah.
projects you put
So
out?
yeah, man, like more backstory. So like my first show was with like this first group I used to be with called Money Sport.
Mm.
And we did like this event. I think it was at like a hotel in Greenville. And it was basically like a art event. Like a lot of brands came through, like House of Hubris was there too. Shout out to my boy Hassan. He's in Charlotte doing his thing. And that was like a big like starting ground for like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of guys, a lot of people that came through that was like doing like events where people can come through, and you got like vendors, and you know what I'm saying, there's like live music, um just like food, you know what I'm saying, like just a lot, you know what I'm saying. We was getting people, we was doing that at like a very young age. And that was like my first time like selling like my clothes, and like I sold like everything that I had on my table that day. Like I literally brought maybe like I had like my shirts and maybe like a couple hats and things like that. And I even had like sweaters and hoodies and things. I sold everything. I sold every. I made like that was like so much. I didn't even have like enough money to like give people change because people was bringing me cash. I didn't even know I was gonna make that much bread. I thought everybody, you know what I'm saying. That's like when Cash App first came out too. So
Oh
like
wow,
I was still using like Square, and people can swipe your card on a little thing that you can put in your phone and stuff. Like it
yeah.
was crazy. Like I had all my money in like a Crown Royal bag because that's all I had on me at the time.
My man's just
So yeah,
versatile for real.
yeah, man. But like
Literally, he was getting the bag.
For
yeah,
Literally,
real.
literally, he was getting the bag.
No, for
you
real.
know,
I wanna talk about your music next, but did you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, kind of more about your music side. So, I guess because when I hear the name Heartbreak Hutch,
mm-hmm.
I just picture like your music being like kind of, I don't know, like breakup type, like very
Yeah,
like melancholy, sad, and stuff like that, which
mm-hmm.
I could be totally wrong, but like if you could just kind of like tell us more, like what's your kind of style, like what kind of
Yeah.
where do you kind of get your creativity from?
So it's like I have like this. It's like a southern like boom bap type of style, with like just a mixture of like dark or even like melodic, you know what I'm saying, melodies. And I like to switch it up sometimes. So there may be some songs like that where it's like, I'm a little more uh kind of like I got my chest out, you know what I'm saying? I may just be talking. And then there may be other songs where I'm a lot reflective on like things that I've actually been through, things that I go through.